Good morning, good evening, good night to everybody out there in the world. This is BK speaking, and today I'm being joined by
JJ.
Yes, and today, together, we are the JNB Show. On the JNB Show, we're not only speaking about things that are related to sports, because we haven't gotten into that, but you can see from the Liverpool jersey, this is a sports fanatic, my guy. I am a sports fanatic, but I'm also young.
What do you mean? Am I an odd man?
I'm not going to get into
Okay,
that. I'm not going to get into that. But we're not just speaking about sports here on this show. We're speaking about everything related into media, entertainment. What else we got, Coach?
We've got just general life, P. Diddy, I'm joking.
Boy!
We're not touching on that just yet.
Okay,
but
right in there.
Yeah, just for today, we're not touching on that. But yeah, we're going to focus more on the sports side. But yeah, we're going to have people coming through going forward. So yeah, I'm excited.
I'm feeling jolly, I won't lie. And not only am I feeling jolly about this podcast, I am feeling jolly about what's been happening throughout the week in the sporting industry.
Hey man, some shocking results as well.
Some shocking results. Genuinely, and honestly, okay, I am 100% South African, right? Born and raised, Hartbeespoort, Northwest.
Speak your Afrikaans.
Coach.
You might as well speak Afrikaans.
Yeah. But South Africa recently, though, I don't know if I can. I don't know what's been happening.
What do you mean?
I don't know what's been happening. I mean, we saw Argentina. We saw the Rugby Championship.
Yeah, I mean, they went to play. They took the B team. I consider that a B team.
Okay, yeah.
Although I feel that they should have won the game. It was Argentina to begin with. So, I don't know.
Top ranked squad.
We should have done better. I think overall, it wasn't a good performance by the boys.
Okay.
28-29 is close. And I don't know if we're going to talk about Manny Libbok. Hey.
Manny Libbok. Everyone's saying that he costed us the game.
I don't
costed
agree.
us a win.
I don't agree with that. I feel like overall, the Springboks played poorly. Defensively, they were poor. They were not great.
Okay.
So you cannot pin the loss on one player, although he could have made a difference. If he had converted that kick, then it was
at the end we were going to take
win
the game. Yes,
yeah,
100%.
but at the end of the day, there were so many mistakes during the game that contributed towards that. I mean, if they had defended better than they did, they wouldn't have considered as many tries as they did,
100.
and then the result would have been different. Even Manny Libbok could have missed that, and then wouldn't have any.
We wouldn't have had to stress
or any effect on the match or on the outcome. So
exactly. And I mean, we can even see this from just watching the highlights. You don't even have to have watched the entire game. Within the first 10 minutes, South Africa was up 17-0.
You see,
17-0.
And then how do you go from that to being behind before even halftime?
Before halftime.
Doesn't make sense.
Do you think we took off too strong? Do you think that the boys got into their heads way too early into the game? We're about to walk over Argentina. How do you think the mentality was?
Not really. I just feel like also the conditions played a part. It was hot.
It was, okay.
It was about, I think, over 30 degrees. And I don't think the South African players are used to that. Argentina grew into the game. They're used to the conditions. But that's not an excuse. I feel that
it's not an excuse.
The overall performance of the boys was just not good enough.
Yeah, they're South African. They know what hot means. They know what hot means. Loftus Stadium, what? Pretoria. Good. Pretoria is a hot place. Pretoria is a hot place. I mean, but they know hot.
They know hot, but like I said, you look at the starting lineup. We had quite a few boys that were missing. Even at the back, Cheslin Colby. I mean, he wasn't there. We had Pelele Fasi was playing fullback on the day. I thought he did well, but he made some poor decisions during the game.
Poor decisions? Yeah. Could you elaborate on that though?
His kicking game wasn't great. He chased well.
He did chase well.
He chased very well.
That's a chase. That's a runner.
His kicking game wasn't great. So I think if you could fix that. I mean, if you look at the boy that plays at the back, who usually plays in that position. I forgot his name now.
You're not gonna get me with that. I'll be honest. I'm trusting you on that name. I'll be honest.
Yeah. So he didn't do as well in terms of finding touch and whatever. His kicking game wasn't there, but he chased well and he put the Argentine defense under pressure. But other than that, I think it was poor generally from most of the boys. Apart from Ox and Che, I think Che was amazing. As usual, he's been the most consistent player I've seen so far. So yeah, but it is what it is. They're coming this weekend, I think. They're playing again
on the
this weekend.
28th. On the 28th, we're seeing them for the second leg.
Yeah,
against
in
Argentina.
Nelspruit. So I think that's when South Africa win the championship because there's no way they can fumble it at home.
100%.
I
And
don't think
also,
so.
all right, let me just read this out, right? So, for anyone that doesn't know, I am not like the fattest rugby fanatic out there, right? I played sevens rugby in matric. It goes there. That's where we know. I followed the World Cup as well, so like I'm not like uncultured, right? But for anybody that isn't really familiar with the Rugby Championship and how it works, it's basically just okay. We have each team will be playing 6 matches comprising 3 home matches and 3 away matches, right? And we'll play each team twice. However, each team will host a 2-match tour. We'll play an away 2-match tour and then 1 match home and away series against the third team, right? So we have 6 teams, right? 2 of those teams,
No, 6
we've got
matches.
6 matches, sorry, yeah, 6
Three-
matches.
Yeah, 4 teams, yeah.
There you go. And each...
Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4 teams, yes.
Are you
Four
good?
teams.
Okay.
Argentina, New Zealand,
Yes.
Australia, and South Africa. Yeah.
Yes. So then we'll have, if I'm, all right, coach is a team, right? I'll play against him home and away. We've got someone named Freddie. I'll play him home and away. And then, for both sides, yes?
Yeah. No, so what happens, like this year, what happened was South Africa went down under.
Okay.
They played Australia
yeah.
twice in Australia. Then they came back home. During that period,
And
New
they play
Zealand-
us twice in South Africa.
Yeah, so New Zealand came to South Africa. They played South Africa twice.
Yeah.
And then they went back. They played Australia now in New Zealand. And then next weekend, they're playing Australia at home. So same thing happened. Argentina went to New Zealand, played New Zealand twice.
Yep.
They won the first game, lost the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Australia went to
New Zealand.
Argentina and they played Argentina twice.
Did you not just say New Zealand?
No, New Zealand came to South Africa. During
Oh
that.
yes, they came to South Africa. Yes, I was aware of that one. I watched that game. I watched that game. Yes.
So
yes,
that's
yes.
how it works. So now that they've all played 2 games at home,
Okay.
and New Zealand has also played their 2 games at home.
Yes.
Now it's that one fixture that's left where they played at home this past weekend. Now they're going to play at home away to Australia. So that's the away fixture that you are referring to.
Yes,
so
that's
that's
what
why
I was
South Africa
thinking,
was
yes.
in Argentina this past weekend. Then this coming weekend they'll be at home to play against Argentina for the title, because the only other team that could realistically like beat South Africa is Argentina, but to win the championship.
Oh, to win the yes.
Yeah,
to
but
win
I
the
don't
championship,
think
yes.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because all right, going back onto the formats of the rugby championship, for example, right? We have in 2022, right? So I wrote this stuff down. I'm gonna get it out, right? In 2022, right? We had New Zealand hosting Argentina for 2 consecutive matches. Play their 2 consecutive matches now in South Africa, and then they'll play Australia once at home and once away. So that makes up their 6 matches, and that's gonna be happening from all the teams in their rotation. Yes, so it's like a round robin format, basically.
Yeah.
I'm catching on. I'm catching on. I'm gonna
get it.
yeah. I'll get it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
get it,
teach
I'll
you.
get
I'm
it.
gonna teach
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So yeah, that was the rugby.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Let's hope South Africa wins this weekend. Now
Let's hope
let's
they
get
win
to the
this
football, man.
Okay.
Premier League.
Now, yeah, I'm here now. All right.
Now you're awake.
Let's talk about the Premier League. All right.
right.
Let's talk about the Premier
All right.
League.
Let's look at some of the results.
The results over the past week. I can bring that up. I can bring that up. All right. So basically, all right. These are upcoming matches. What we have seen, match day 5. Right. So this is on the Saturday that played. Right. On Saturday we had West Ham v Chelsea.
That was the first game of the weekend.
That was the first game. 3-0 to Chelsea. Did we expect a 3-0 win over for Chelsea?
No. Personally, I didn't expect it.
We didn't?
I didn't.
Against West Ham, a Chelsea that's pretty in form right now.
Yeah, with 50 players, you don't know who was gonna start.
Regardless, you've got 50 players that are playing for the team. Well, 50, I think 50 is an understatement. There's more under there. They hit some under the rug. I'm saying it now. They've got more coming up. But all right, we've got our 5,000 players that are playing for Chelsea. But we've got our consistent starters.
I guess you got your Cole Palmer. I think it's
your
favorite player at the moment.
Yes, please.
Okay. So now we're gonna move on because now we're gonna start talking about Cole Palmer. Okay, they won. It was a good game.
They won. They won.
All right. Aston Villa Wolves
3-1.
3-1. I think that was expected.
That was
Villa
expected.
is a good team.
100%.
Great players. Fulham and Newcastle. That was a shock for me.
I expected Newcastle
3-1.
to take that. I expected
to
Newcastle
Fulham
to take that. 100%.
And when you watch the game, actually, Fulham were the better team.
And like it was a deserved win, right? But at the end of the day, even if you're not a Newcastle fan, when you see 3-1 loss, you're just like,
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. But they're well coached. Fulham is well coached, and Issa cost me points on fantasy, but we're not getting into that.
We move.
And then the new boys made for the first time this season. Southampton, Ipswich Town, 1-1. I didn't expect much in there. Brentford and
why? Because they came out. They came from the championship.
They know each other.
They know each other. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So
and then Tottenham played Brentford. Good game as well. 3-1 to Tottenham. I think they needed to win that game.
They did need to win that game because I think that was Tottenham's wake up. I think that was Tottenham's like, all right, we finally caught our stride now.
Yeah, let's try and
we can.
Yeah, Brentford is not a pushover. Eh?
They're not a pushover. Even Tony.
Tony's not there.
It's true. Wait, what do you mean he's not there?
He doesn't know. Tony's
gone.
Tony's playing for Al Hilal. He's in Saudi Arabia.
No way, he's in Saudi Arabia.
You can do your research. All right, I'm doing my research right now. Leicester and Everton, 1-1. Expected. Everton has been terrible though. I feel like one of the teams that's gonna go down end of the season, but we'll see. They have new owners now, by the way, so maybe they'll buy new players in Jan. We never know. And then best team in the world, 6-time Champions League winners. He's still shocked about Tony. He scored 2 goals this past weekend.
Yeah, I'm reading that now.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that later. Liverpool, good game first half. Second half, I think it was just control the game, see it out, whatever. Yeah. And then the other game that had no goals at all.
Man United and Crystal Palace.
Yep. I was watching the game 10 minutes into it. I was like, nah, I'm done. It was so boring. It was a boring game.
After we just witnessed Man United.
I mean,
they 3-0 win the previous week.
Yeah, against Southampton.
Exactly. And we're just like, okay. United's actually exciting.
And
now.
I mean, also Crystal Palace drew against Chelsea in the previous game.
Exactly, with Eze.
So it was like scoring. Yeah, but anyway. And then Brighton and Nottingham Forest, great game. Watched it. Better than the United game, obviously.
Such a random game to watch.
Very random game, but it was a proper game on a Sunday afternoon, chilling at home. Mm-hmm. Great game. And then the game that everyone has been talking about. I don't know. Man City, Arsenal, 2-2.
I'm saying it right now, right?
Okay.
Mikel Arteta, right? I've got friends, right? I'm in university, right? So obviously I've got a lot of friends that chat and we chat rubbish, right? But the one thing that we could all agree on, right, is that usually when we have managers like park the bus, that's really seen as like a cheap tactic. That's really like, underhanded and so forth. But that was a park the bus masterclass. I'll be so honest. Like, that's what Mikel Arteta having 6 at the back. 6 at the back. And then having 3 up front. Up front, really.
Nobody was up front.
Holding, that's what I'm saying. Like, in front of the 6. In front of the 6. Holding out City. City couldn't do anything about it. They tried their long shots. Skying the ball all over the place or hitting it straight at Raya.
But to be honest, this is my personal opinion.
Go on.
Liverpool last season played Tottenham with 9 men. Actually, 2 players were sent off for Liverpool. Curtis Jones, Jota.
Okay.
You're looking at 8 players on the pitch.
Yeah.
And Liverpool still created chances and they went at it. You understand?
It's
Arteta.
Tottenham,
No,
Manchester City.
No.
It's
Hear me out.
Tottenham, Manchester
No,
City.
hear me out.
Okay,
If you want to be a title contender, you want to be taken seriously as a
Yeah.
club that's fighting for the Premier League. We can't talk Champions League because Arsenal in Champions League. Come on.
Yeah. Even now, I'm just moving on from there.
Okay. You have to try. You're leading 2-0.
You're leading 2-0. Yeah.
Why
Fair enough.
are you taking off your best attacking player at halftime and bringing on an extra defender? Saka went off.
Yeah, for Ben White.
And they brought Ben White on.
Ben
Yeah, he
White,
played
yeah.
well. But you are inviting City to come and actually attack you and knock on the door.
But you could see that was exactly the game plan.
But it was boring. For me, people
Who
are saying,
cares?
people are saying it was a classic Premier League game. No.
That was not a classic Premier League game.
I'm
That
sorry.
was not a classic Premier League game.
Never.
A classic Premier League game
It's
was-
a 4-4, 5-5. That's a classic game.
That's a
'Cause there's
classic game.
7.
7 to
Or 7. Was it 7? No.
No, the United Liverpool game.
It was 7.
It was
no.
7.
7.
It was 7. That
7
was
no.
7 no.
7
That
no.
was 7
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
It was 7 no.
That's a classic game, you know? Even the United and Liverpool game a couple of weeks ago.
That was exciting
That's
as
an
well. That was
exciting
exciting.
game. It's
And
not
we,
like
we don't expect that from United.
No.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
But like they took
now
us.
you can't say Arsenal
Oh, no, we took
where
them.
fine, he got his tactics right in terms of defending the lead, but I feel like he shouldn't have done that. Could have created chances. Now let's talk about the red card. You were saying
Yeah, no. Okay, hear me out. Right? So, I do not agree that. Okay, he didn't necessarily contest for the ball, right? He went straight for player, right? Shoulder, firstly, right? He went straight for shoulder to shoulder with the player, completely disregarded the ball that's coming from the air, right? What are you doing? Oh, you're pouring tea. I was just like,
cold,
you're
man.
looking down at the floor. Okay,
see, I'm wearing this shirt to show off, but now I'm feeling cold.
okay, but yeah, so then so now yeah, bumping shoulder to shoulder, right? And on a yellow card already, ref comes and hands another yellow. And I believe that's a foul. 100%. But that does not deserve another card.
Okay, now here's the thing. The FA released a statement today to
Okay.
say that he was booked for kicking the ball away.
Okay.
That's what they said. They said
Okay.
it wasn't because of the foul.
He did kick the ball away.
He did kick the
He
ball
did
away.
kick the
But I
ball
looked
away.
at the video. It was like 2-3
2
seconds
centimeters.
after
Oh, after the foul that
incident.
happened, yeah.
After the ref had blown the whistle.
Yes.
That's when he. But it was like instinct. You understand?
Yeah, and the ref the whistle had already been blown
Yes.
before the ball had been kicked away.
Yes.
So why
But-
is he handing out another? I'm sorry. I
But
don't
you
how
know
I feel
what?
about
If you
that.
look at it, Arsenal have been victims of that this season already.
That's true.
Declan Rice,
That's
he
true.
was sent off against Aston Villa. I think. Was it
Mhm.
Villa? I'm not sure. But yeah, one of those things. And again, players know. Don't kick
Don't
the
kick
ball
the
away.
ball away. Don't kick the ball away.
It's
That
a
is
new
very
rule
true.
that's been there. Just don't do it.
Exactly.
You hear the whistle, you
Exactly.
try kick. Oh, pull away. That's fine.
And to be fair, it wasn't necessarily like end of the game, crunch time,
No, it
we're
wasn't.
leading, I need to kick the ball just to waste time.
No, it wasn't.
It's the
It was
beginning of
first
the
half.
match. Yeah.
It was first half.
It's still early minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel
100%.
like that ruined the game. It was going to be a great game, 11v11. Because I feel like at that point, Arsenal were actually the better team.
they were the better
They
team.
were passing the ball.
They were the
well
better
and
team,
all that.
100%.
But-
the Calafiori goal, beautiful,
Beautiful
left footed outside the.
But then, yeah, I'm glad you
Incredible.
mentioned that.
yeah, yeah,
People
yeah,
are talking.
Yeah. Okay, go
Pep
on.
Guardiola complained, saying that they should have allowed Kyle Walker to come back into
Return
his
to his
position. But you
Okay.
know what? When you watch the video, Kyle
Okay.
Walker is actually, when the ref is done, he's telling his players, switch on.
Okay, yeah,
Guys, I have to catch you there.
yep. Bet you that.
No, memory card.
Oh, fool.
I brought the wrong card. Yeah, the card is full. I brought the 16 games instead of 64.
Also,
Carry on.
yes. So, as I was saying,
Yes.
Kyle
Before I
Walker,
know, right, yeah.
right? It was said that he complained, even Pep complained that
Okay.
they didn't allow him to get into his position because it was actually the ref that called Saka and Kyle Walker to come to him.
Yes.
So my argument was, how is that even a case? Because when the ref was done talking to you, You were running back, talking to your teammates, saying,
Out of your own choice.
yeah, like, hey, switch on.
Yeah,
you
you chose
understand?
to do
And you're
that,
walking
exactly.
slowly.
The game's gonna be played. I'm
And
gonna
when you
take
look at the
advantage of
video, you can
space.
see Walker is in line with his defense, just a bit too close to his center backs, which allowed Martinelli on the left enough space to exploit. And Parties
Exactly.
played a good pass to him.
He did.
And this is what they said. Who's the Scout Walker told BBC Live yesterday.
Okay.
This is a tweet. Can you say tweet or X? What do you call them now? It's an X.
He said an X.
It's whatever. So he says, I've gone over to the ref. Me and Bukayo have not gone over. He's called us over, right?
Okay.
If I'm being called over, he should wait and allow me to get back in position before the ball is then over my head.
Wow.
If I go over by my own accord and I'm out of position, it's my fault. But I'm in position. He's called the two captains to calm the players down. I'm walking back saying, lads, concentrate, nothing stupid. Make sure we get through this. The ball is then played over my head. If I was a goalkeeper, does he let me get back in my net? Of course, I'm a defender. I'm the first line of defense. He should let me get back in and be set and then blow the whistle.
I
What do
mean,
you think?
the goalkeeper point makes sense though, because the ref would wait for the goalkeeper to run back into his position, firstly.
I guess.
But a goalkeeper's position and a defender's position are two very different places on the pitch, in my opinion. Like if you're Kyle Walker is an infield player,
Yeah.
right? Edison's obviously in goals and so forth. So technically, right? And when the ref called them in, it's not like he called them in like on the other side of the pitch.
No,
like
they
on
were
the,
right
in their
there.
half. They were literally, he had to take like 10 steps, like 10 like nice long strides, and he would have been back into position. You can do that while running. You can say, hey, your team switch on while running and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't think Arsenal are in the wrong for exploiting the gap. I don't think they're wrong for that.
But at the end of the day as well, if I'm the captain, the ref has called me over.
Okay.
And he's told me, listen, calm your players down.
Okay.
What's the first thing I'm going to do after speaking to the ref?
Go talk to my players.
And that's what Kyle Walker was doing, isn't it?
That's true.
So I guess we also we're looking at it that way. and
Okay,
thinking,
but it does make sense.
He has
It
a
does-
point.
yeah, it does
However,
make sense.
when that ball was played, when you watch the videos and you see the pictures, Kyle Walker was in line with his defense. And then the ball was played over to Martinelli. So you
Okay.
cannot have that argument to say I was not in my position.
Plus,
But
Kyle Walker's fast, man. You'll catch up. Why is he wrong?
But-
Why is he?
Martinelli's no slouch.
He's not a slouch either.
So I guess that's
I don't know.
now
I don't know.
another point I wanted to ask you this actually. Do you think Arteta told his players to hurt Rodri?
At the beginning of the game, now I was like, "No ways, Rodri's already."
This
in
was
there.
a tactic. Do you think it
No
was a
ways he's
tactic?
I don't.
It was, hey.
I don't think they went. Like, I don't think he deliberately said,
I feel like he did.
"Hey, yo,
Dude, from
Rodri must
kickoff.
fall."
From kickoff.
Ran
Havertz
straight
was
into him, like
ran
straight
straight
into
into
him. Yeah,
Rodri.
I saw it, and I was also just like, but I think, no offense, right? This might be this might be taken the wrong way, right? But I do think that like Havertz is just like hot-headed.
He is.
I
but-
think it's just the whole year. Yeah, I think he just decided, it's you.
But
Today's
I
your
feel
time.
like it was a tactic. I honestly
You think it
feel
was planned
that
out?
It was planned out. Rodri is City's best player
100%.
by far. You can tell me about Haaland. You can tell me about De Bruyne. Rodri holds that team together. So do you think City will struggle? Because now it's been reported that he's going to miss the remainder of the season. It's an ACL. Yeah.
Okay.
What impact do you think that will have on City?
Oh, 100%. I think that, firstly, the tactic of trying to park the bus like that, I don't think that would have worked, especially because Rodri is a long-range merchant, like 100%. And that would be very risky for them to try to push everyone back and have Rodri in his most comfortable spot right outside the box, because he can play the 1-2s, the 1-2.
Yeah, he's a controller.
He's a controller. 100%.
So,
And I think also with Rodri on and Martin Odegaard off, City's 100% winning that midfield battle. 100%.
No, definitely.
They will overpower Arsenal's midfield throughout the entire game because Rodri's also, he's not unfit. That is an engine on him as well.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna have a huge impact on City, and the fact that they cannot replace him now,
They
transfer
can't.
season is over. It's
They're
done.
already fighting their lawsuits for 126,000 charges. But did you see? I heard from a friend who's also like really like, within the whole Manchester City like drama that's happening right now. If Manchester City does win their case for their
the financial
charges,
whatever,
financial fair play will be terminated from Premier League as for all the clubs in general.
Is that what they say?
That's what they're saying that the lawyers are trying to aim for. The only route into getting City clear is by clearing financial fair play altogether.
Yeah, but that's only gonna benefit the rich teams.
Yeah, Newcastle's
No,
going to
but
be
you need
on top. Newcastle, they're going to be here.
Forget Newcastle,
I'm
bruh.
saying that
City
now.
will be able to buy the entire Barca team and just
They could just buy everybody.
they could just buy everybody. I mean, if
100%.
City comes to you and says, here's 400 million for Yamal or whatever. Is it Lamine Yamal?
Lamine Yamal, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Lamine
yes,
Yamal
yes,
says,
yes, yes.
okay. And you know, they broke.
They are.
They'll
Bro.
just
They
say,
had to
okay.
give up Gundogan for free. Back to
Back to City.
Back to
and he was
City.
brilliant yesterday.
beautiful. Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And
but-
I find it actually you made a point earlier on Rodri being like best player in City. I don't dispute that, but when you agree that in terms of attackers, right? Let's take attackers in general,
Mhm.
right? We've had people like Luis Suarez, right? I actually have the stats over here, right?
Okay.
In history, right? In Premier League history, right? There are 3 players. Who do you think are the top 3 players to have scored 100 matches in the least amount of games in
Well,
Premier
100 goes in the least amount of matches.
League? For one club? For one
I'm
club.
sure when Rooney is there,
Okay.
Thierry Henry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haaland, obviously.
Okay. All right. Now,
Suarez reached 100 for Liverpool.
can I tell you the stat now? And I'm not even just saying for Premier League. I'm
Yeah.
talking in all of football. The top 3 players. Did you say Sterling? Did you say Sterling? No.
Okay, you never know. But for the same club, no.
So, right, in football in general,
Yeah.
right, the top 3 players to have scored 100 goals in the least amount of matches. We've got number 3, Luis Suarez, in 120 games.
He scored 100 goals.
100 goals
Okay.
in 120 games. And joint for first place, right?
I need to get my jacket. Yeah, carry on. Getting cold.
Joint for first place, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo and Erling Haaland, both in 105 matches. 100 goals for the same club.
For the same club.
For the same
okay.
club.
And
It
then
took them 105 matches.
they joined second.
Joint first. Sorry,
First.
sorry. When I said top 3, I meant like who
Oh,
are
the 3 players.
Yeah, who are
okay.
the
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Insane stats.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Insane
Suarez
stats.
was- Okay.
I also didn't know Suarez was built
Yeah,
like
but
that, you know?
Suarez was a beast. But Suarez was all around. Could dribble, pass, do anything.
He could bite.
The other day, actually, he sent me a message.
Yeah.
You're asking if the player was played in the number 10 position.
Oh,
Who would have
yes,
the
yes,
most
yes, yes, yes.
assists?
Okay.
So he gave me a top 5. I think it was. You can give me the name.
My top 5. So we're taking Cam, right? Number 10 position. It was Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne, Martin Odegaard, James Maddison, and who was my last 10? I can't remember.
Dominic.
Yes, Soboslai. Yes, and Soboslai. Those were my 5. And I had a mad debate on campus about it. Oh my days, a mad debate. So how it all started, actually, I did tell you how it all started. Yeah, it was literally like one of my boys were like, "Nah, Bruno Fernandes is the greatest midfielder in Premier League." Right?
Most creative, yeah.
And I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, all right. So then all the gents are like, oh no, Vicky, speak.
Yeah,
I got your chest is
I
your
just
chest
wanna
is
make sure I
here.
remember what I said. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Run it back, right? Bring up the receipts. And I said, as a more technically gifted player, right? I'm giving that trophy to Martin Odegaard, right? The room erupted. Wait, BK, wow, I hope you step on Legos. I hope you fall in a shower. I was like, Jets, what's wrong with Martin Odegaard just being more technically gifted and talented than Bruno Fernandes? I didn't say that Martin Odegaard is a better cam.
Yeah.
Right? Because I do 100% believe that Bruno is more effective in the final third
Compared to Odegaard.
compared to Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, and that's where I came in because he gave me the list. He had KDB, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Bruno, Foden, Palmer, Maddison, Dominic.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I
That
said,
was my list.
if I were to play these guys as a number 10,
Mm-hmm.
the first person in that like number 1 on the list would be KDB. He's more creative. I think he's the most creative out of all of them. We would get more goals and assists out of him. Then I said Bruno. Because Bruno, when he plays as a 10. If not United, I think he's got the most assists in the past 2 or 3 seasons.
Yes, yeah, he does.
Compared to
He ran
Odegaard.
the stats as well.
And then I said Phil Foden. Foden, I love the player, Foden. I don't know what has happened to him this season. I don't know what's going on
Not
at
even
City.
just even like
They can just give
Europa,
him
but
to
anyway.
us. you know?
Please, I do.
Just
I will
give
not
us Foden
fight.
at Liverpool.
I will
He's
not
not the
fight.
type. I think Foden is a system player, and people don't understand that.
100%.
You can see Foden for England and Foden
With
for City.
Southgate, he could not.
Nothing.
It was not working.
Okay,
with
so
Southgate.
that was Foden was third. Then I said Cole Palmer, based
Okay.
on what last season and obviously how he's doing this season as well. He
Yes.
started off well.
100%.
He'll be fourth. And then Maddison. Loved Maddison.
I love.
He
James
just plays for the
Maddison.
wrong team. He will never win
I
anything.
love James Maddison. He's not gonna get a trophy at Tottenham.
No.
He's not gonna
Apparently
get a
the coach
trophy at
says he
Tottenham.
always wins trophies in the
Question
second
is,
season.
Can Maddison ever make it to a top club? A top club?
He could.
Who? Which club?
100%. He could make it on our
Let me finish
squad.
my set.
He
Okay,
could
let me
make
just
it on
no.
the
Let me
Liverpool
finish this.
squad.
Let me finish this. Then I had Dominic Soboslai at number 6. Fine. Let's go to Maddison. You said Maddison can make it at a top 4 club, top 5, top 4, top 4. Okay, so
Prem, a top 4 Prem squad.
Prem, right? We're looking
Top
at
four across Europe.
across Europe.
Oi,
Who's in the top 4
okay.
across Europe?
Okay, top 4 Spain and England. Spain, England, Italy.
Okay, in
Spain, England, Italy, he can get
Italy,
into Italy.
he can.
AC Milan, he
AC
can
Milan,
get
he
in
can
there.
get in. Juventus,
He can get into Inter. He
Inter.
can get into Inter. What? We've got Barella.
Nicolo, bro.
We've got. Okay, not into
Nicolo.
Inter.
Not
Yeah,
Inter.
yeah, not Inter. Not Inter.
Madrid is not getting in.
He's not getting into Madrid.
Bayern Munich is not getting
He's
in.
not getting into Bayern.
Liverpool is not getting in.
He
for
could.
me personally.
He could.
Who's he
over
replacing?
Mac? He could get over Alistair.
McAllister.
He could get over Mac. He could get over Mac. James Maddison.
You are
Give me-
crazy,
I am
dude.
not. I am not taking anything away from
Yo,
Alexander
this guy-
McAllister. Listen.
Alexis McAllister
We've
is-
both.
Physicality.
He does McAllister.
We
Do you
have-
actually watch McAllister play?
We have both geeked out about McAllister before, right? And you can 100% attest that I don't think that McAllister is a bad player at all. I was very excited at the signing, especially from how his form from Brighton.
I don't
100%. I was just like,
drink my tea, man.
I was just, listen, man. I was just like, yes, please, well done, right? But I genuinely think,
You as a coach, you would bench McAllister for
Listen.
Madison. That
Yeah.
is madness.
I would.
Okay.
In the, as a
Yeah,
captain.
definitely. On the spot, like,
I
dude,
would. I'd-
pack your bags
I'd
and
do.
go.
I'd
Okay,
do.
fine. Arsenal. Is he getting in?
No.
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 Chelsea? Maybe.
Yes, he could get in.
Because they take everyone. Man United? I think.
Not over
But then
Bruno.
United is not a top 4 team anymore.
Yeah, but he's not getting in over Bruno.
I guess that's another point.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's not getting in over Bruno.
So I guess he's okay at like teams like maybe Newcastle, Tottenham.
Yeah, so he's a
They top
he's
10.
a mid-table player.
Yeah, he's a
mid-table player.
Because I feel like he's average at best. Maybe
I
around
think he's
good,
good.
players. Because I
I
didn't
think
even
he's
mention
good.
City because that would be
No chance. No chance. It is such an unfair squad,
Yeah,
man.
so and that was a good question, but nah, I don't think he's getting into any of those teams.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
Yeah.
saying he's a mid-table player.
He is. He is. For me, he's okay at Tottenham, not winning trophies. I mean, that's a quality that he has.
I think Son needs to
He
get
could
out
be
of
a
Tottenham.
good squad player at Liverpool at best, but
Like a rotational. like-
yeah, you know your Curtis Jones.
That's
vibes.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm not even picking him over Harvey Elliott. You understand? That's just
Okay, actually no. No. I love Harvey.
You
I
see
love
now.
Harvey
You
so
see.
much. Yeah, I love Harvey so
So,
much.
yeah.
You know what? Fair enough.
So yeah, dude.
That's too much airtime for Maddison.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he doesn't deserve that. So look, I'm thinking we need to look next week. Gonna talk about the Premier League. Not Premier League, the Betway Championship, right? It's a Betway Premiership. The South African.
Oh yes, because
Yeah.
we started up much later.
We started late
Yeah.
and all that. So I think we're gonna compile all the results from the first 2 rounds because there have been a lot of maybe 3 games here, 3 games there. I remember when Chiefs played the first game, they won against Marumo Gallants, and everyone was like, yes, top of the log. I'm like, only 3 teams have played so far, like 4 teams.
Yeah, why are we so
Why are we
excited?
celebrating
Why are we
this?
excited now? Yeah.
Then Sundowns played the first game, they won 2-0, and then they were top of the log because Chiefs only won 2-1. Then you're like,
Okay, yeah,
see
goal
now.
difference. Yeah, okay,
And then
cool.
now it's, I think, Golden Arrows that's on top. So yeah, I think that's something we need to look at.
100%.
Yeah, and see, talk about certain players. There's a few players that are actually impressing in the Premier
In the
League,
Betway
in the
Championship.
Betway Championship.
Mhm.
And yeah, see what happens, man.
Oh, 100%.
So how do people get in touch with us, man?
How do people get in touch with us? Well, that's a great question because we are available on every platform right now. We are available on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, and you will find us over there. And we'd love to hear all of your feedbacks.
Feedback.
We'd love to hear from you guys. we'd love to hear from all of you.
Yeah. So what's our handle? Our Twitter handle?
you
or
can
X,
catch us-
or YouTube.
You can catch us at the JNB Show. That's it. It's simple. Actually, what? Oh yeah, we already introduced ourselves. BK and
JJ.
yeah,
You
and
can
JJ.
call me
Okay,
coach.
yeah.
I'm a coach,
Yeah,
but we'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that next week.
Well, I'm also a coach.
I'm teaching him.
Nah. He has his moments. But either way, regardless though, thank you so much for tuning in to our pilot episode. We really hope we left a great impression on you guys, and we really hope that you guys learned something about our takes on the sporting industry right now.
Yeah, and you
It's-
know what? Comments under the
Like, share,
yeah,
Yeah,
comment,
all
like,
of that,
share,
man.
subscribe, everything, man. We would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, we look forward to our next episode.
Look
And
forward to
hopefully
the
we're
next
gonna have a nice special guest in the building. You know?
Hopefully, yeah.
I mean, why not?
Why not? I don't think
not?
it's ever
We wanna
too
involve
soon.
the whole world,
I don't think it's ever soon. But either way, that is BK and Coach JJ on the JNB Show signing out.